All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the episode here at the Total Archery Challenge in Pennsylvania. This is, I don't know what episode number it is, but I'll tell you it's going to be a good one here. We're excited.
Number one. That's what
That's
it is.
it. Number one.
Number one episode.
The best one.
The best one. So I'm one of your hosts, Chris DePerna. I am here with my lovely daughter, Megan DePerna, my favorite oldest, as I always say.
Yep.
Along with Mr. Ken Reese. And, yeah, we're excited to be here, and we're excited to have the guest that we have with us, with us here today, Mr. Nick Mundt.
Yep.
Hey, man. Thank you. I mean,
Yeah.
we know you're busy, and we appreciate this. So,
No, that's great.
So how's things going for you here so far in Pennsylvania?
Good, man. It's been a really cool weekend. I got here on Friday, flew into Pittsburgh, and then drove up and spent about 4 or 5 hours just shooting on the practice range. And then yesterday did a couple of the courses and
Nice.
set up great. Everybody's super friendly and like-minded. People, bow hunters, and
The passion's
great.
here.
Yeah, it's great. Everybody's just fired up, and it's not like golf. You go to the golf course and you see people walking off, they're breaking their clubs,
Well,
they're mad.
that's
That's
what I
us
said to
three,
them. They got me to start golfing last year, and I'm very competitive. And I'm like MFing my clubs and slamming them on the ground. And I'm like, why do I do this to myself? And I told them, I'm like, what's really nice is with the bow is like, I don't get angry. I love this
Yeah,
so
I told her,
much.
don't slam the bow off the ground.
Yeah,
I can't
don't
do
do
that.
that.
You lose an arrow, but
Yeah.
whatever. But still,
Yeah.
everybody seems pretty happy, and it's just a close knit group of people.
Yeah.
And it's just been really fun. Yesterday was kind of hot. The day before was cool and sunny, and today is kind of overcast and nice and cool. So the weather's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's Pennsylvania weather
yeah,
for
man,
you.
It's been great.
Yeah,
so.
that's cool. Yeah, it's just something, these guys built this up here, Total Archery Challenge, with Sean DeGray, Rob Chalinsky and that. It's been fun. We did, sat down with Rob, and he talked about this starting out, and there was only a couple hundred people here.
Yeah.
And you had, trying to reach out to vendors and, tell them what you're doing. They're like, no thanks. Now it's like you got to turn them away. It's turned around. So it's the only place you go where you see people that are happy to break arrows.
Yeah,
It's
right.
awesome.
It's cool. I like the little
arrow tree.
bouquet over there. They're
Yeah.
turning in all
Yeah.
lost and found
Yeah.
arrows, and there's thousands of them out
Yes,
there.
there are.
Yeah.
It's
It's
crazy.
crazy.
And that's the thing is everybody's happy about it.
Yeah.
Where else does that happen?
Yeah, I got some
Yeah.
video of that thing. I'm going to post
That's
it. That's
cool.
a lot of arrows.
That's cool. So what do you remember what course you guys went on to? Or
I went to Prime first.
Okay.
And it was challenging, a lot of 70, 80, 90-yard stuff. The two longest ones were a little over 100. Didn't do too well on those. My sight only dials up to about 100, and so I kind of had to guess, and I missed.
Yeah.
One of them, the wind was ripping, and the wind just really took my arrow on that one. But I missed a few. I got all my arrows back, but I missed a few.
yeah.
So
that's good. That's
get
good.
humbled here and there.
Oh yeah,
But,
absolutely.
doing two of them. The first one, the Prime course, I think took about 3.5 hours.
Mhm.
And I was good and tired after that. We started
Yeah.
at 6:30 in the morning, and then waited kind of most of the day. And then I went with Jagger, one of the guys that helps close down the ranges, and went with him on the RMEF range. It's all elk.
I shot that
and
one yesterday
It was
morning.
15 targets. It took about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was pretty tired last night when
Oh,
I
yeah.
got into bed. Yeah.
We were too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they do a good job with these courses as far as setting them up and the technical side of things. And just when you come to one you think it's easy, then there's like a tree in front of the 12 ring. It's it's fun. Yeah, it's cool. So what do you got on the horizons and that?
So
you're
I
into?
just came on with Jack Links.
Mm-hmm.
They're really making an effort to just get heavily into hunting, fishing,
Right.
the outdoor space, camping, hiking in the national parks.
Yes.
And so they kind of wanted to hire somebody to be the face of this new program that
Right.
they're doing, Jack Links
Right.
Outdoors, and so they brought me on board.
That's awesome. I mean,
Yeah, so
It is.
who doesn't take beef jerky in a tree stand?
Yeah,
man,
right.
Or meat sticks,
And
you know?
literally, when you go out hunting in the morning, I've said this on some other deals, but when you go out hunting in the morning, you stop at the convenience store, grab a
Yeah.
Yeah.
coffee, and you
Yeah.
see Jack Links there, that they're supporting the outdoors.
Yeah.
Not just kind of talking about it, but they're doing it.
Right,
They give
right.
heavily to the conservation organizations. Jack Links himself and Troy, the owner, are big hunters. They're super slammers and
Yeah, I've seen Troy
got all
with
the
Michael
Capras.
Waddell.
Yeah,
sitting
they've
down
got all the
talking and-
Capra slams, and man, they just they do it, and they put their money where their mouth is. So
Yeah.
they're a great company that supports hunting, supports the Second Amendment, and just a company that I wanted to be involved with, and they were nice enough to bring me on and have me kind of be the face of this new program they're doing.
Right. Yeah, they've been these guys here this weekend have just been super, and just the things that they're doing, just having you here to be able to talk to the general public, and just
it's been great.
That's so cool. Yeah,
Jocko here has been whipping free jerky out all week.
He was hitting guys almost hitting them in the head with.
Yesterday, every time I walked by, like a wide receiver walking by. So we're not doing our ratio or his QB rating. Our ratings down a little bit. I think we're going to bring it up. We'll get our ratings up.
But
next
a great
year.
company. They really support what's going on in the outdoors, hunting and fishing, and I'm just excited to be a part of it. Of course, still, with Bone Collector, we're filming our 17th season now. We're in our 17th year.
Congratulations!
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's been great. And Waddell and T-Bone are a couple of my best buddies in the world, and we still get along good, and things are rolling there too.
Just salt of the earth people, just down to earth, man.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
It's kind of like this point in my life. If it's not good people, then I'm not going to hang around.
Right.
So,
oh, absolutely.
That's how it should
be. We love each other, and
keep a tight knit group.
Yeah, we've just over the years we've had a great relationship, and the show's always been fun, and got a lot of long-standing partners. The partners that we've had since the beginning.
Yeah. And that's a testament to you guys and what you do.
Man, it's we're just lucky to be here this long. I don't really know how to do anything else, so I hope I don't.
You're pretty good at what you guys do. So
thank you. Yeah.
I grew up when Mike stopped over and said, "Hey, we were talking to Nick, and he was interested in talking to you guys." I appreciate that because I grew up watching you guys on TV,
thanks,
and it was. I enjoyed it. I was one of them kids, you wake up or you're going to bed, and if I'm not catching up, I got you on the DVR, and then going back in and then watching the recording.
That's going back a ways, DVR.
Cool, yeah. Well, I appreciate that, and even now with everything's kind of going to digital, so there's a lot of new digital platforms. But the Outdoor Channel and their digital platform, My Outdoor TV, is an app you can get.
Yeah.
Right now, I think they've got a special going on. It's like $2 for a month. And then after that, it's like $9 a month. But the Outdoor Channel really does have the best hunting and fishing shows.
Yes.
And so with kind of TV changing, you still can get it all online. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your computer, whatever.
Yeah, because everybody has their phones on all the time.
Yeah, but the My Outdoor TV is a great platform. You can see all the old shows from season 1 to season 17 of Bone Collector, all the old Lee and Tiffany stuff, all Ted Nugent stuff.
Nice.
They're all on there, all the backlogs, so you can binge watch pretty much everything.
Yeah, everything you've ever done.
We'll do that,
because a lot of people, there's a lot of people that say, "Man, I haven't had Outdoor Channel. My cable company quit carrying it," or I don't want to spend. You can't just buy the channel; you got to buy a package, which is a problem for some people. So. The Outdoor Channels app really gives you a great option to watch.
Nice.
Really the greatest hunting shows produced.
Mm-hmm.
So,
absolutely.
So if you're out there listening or watching this, check that out.
My Outdoor TV. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great app.
Yeah. Right. She started watching because she was like, "Oh, you're sitting down, and you always watch all these shows and stuff, sitting in coffee." And then she started sitting down. She started getting hooked in it. And
growing up, I wasn't into hunting, but he every Sunday morning was watching his shows, and
really,
you are one of the shows that I even having no interest in hunting, I knew exactly who you were.
Oh, sweet. Now she's got a new bow, she's ready to rock, and I'm happy, man.
Yeah.
It's I get to hunt with my little girl now.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So.
Yeah, my kids too. My youngest is 7; she's just getting into it, and our oldest Jack, he's 15. He really likes to hunt a lot, and our middle daughter June is 12. She's been turkey hunting with me a few times. She's never shot anything yet, but she enjoys going out too, and so
it's just good. It's getting them out there. It's so. We always say we've done it a few times. You talk about the things you see out there that. I think even if you're not a hunter, you need to get out in the woods and just see what's out there.
Absolutely. Some people live in these cities, have no idea. And,
yeah.
Everybody nowadays is talking about the big crisis that's coming, whatever that may be. And us country folk, man, we're made. We got a freezer full of meat.
Absolutely.
We know how to grow vegetables.
Yeah.
We got drinking water. We can get water out of a creek and boil it or whatever.
Yeah.
And these people that live in these high rises in the city,
they have no clue.
They're in trouble.
Don't forget, we got pockets full of jacklinks too.
Yeah, we do.
So this country lifestyle that we live and.
Yeah.
Just basically living off the land. We eat, we shoot, and spread the good word about hunting and play offense instead of playing defense for hunting. Not be ashamed to wear camouflage and support the Second Amendment, man. That's 100%. What it's up.
Yeah, that's where it's at. So,
and a lot of people have lost that.
Yeah. So. Unfortunately, and hopefully we see that come back around. And I'm. With my archery shop, I'm adamant. Get kids involved as much as you can. You got to do that.
There's another issue I want to talk about in another organization that I don't have any affiliation with them, just supporting them. It's called Hunter Nation. And a guy named Keith Mark, who used to do the McMillan River Outdoors show on the Outdoor Channel. He's an attorney. Started an organization called Hunter Nation, and basically what they're doing is they're fighting for hunting, fishing, outdoors, God, country, and Second Amendment. Awesome. And so what they've done is put a lot of money towards getting people to vote, right? The hunting community, these swing states, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, they have the most hunters.
Yes.
And they also have the swing state, right?
So
it can go either way. These 4 states are huge.
Yes.
They say this year the election's probably going to be decided in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They also found that in Wisconsin, around 250,000 licensed hunters. Out of that 250,000 licensed hunters, only about half of them are registered to vote, and less than half of those even vote. Wow. So if we can get hunters out to vote, we're going to have landslide victories. And so what Hunter Nation's done is they've done all these studies. A couple months ago in Louisiana was the governor's race. Landry was the guy that was running for governor. And again, it's a nonprofit organization, so they're not going to tell you to vote Democrat or Republican.
Right.
They're just saying vote your values, which is, like I said, God, family, hunting, fishing, outdoors, and Second Amendment. Right. So,
and who doesn't love those things?
And so vote your values. And what they did was they did a study. 62,000 licensed hunters in Louisiana hadn't voted in the last 2 elections, so they targeted those hunters. 26,000 of those showed up to vote, and the guy that we were hoping would win ended up winning by 17,000 votes.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what needs to happen.
Landslide victory for him, and he was only polling at 40% going in, so they said he didn't even have a chance, but the hunters showed up to vote, and he won. So, if you're a hunter, you live in wherever you live, swing states especially, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, we need you. We need you to show up and vote.
Guys, do that.
And we got a big one coming up. And so if you're not a member of Hunter Nation, become a member. It's a membership-driven group. Obviously, they're fighting. They just did a whole bunch of fighting to get wolves delisted so that we can start hunting these wolves in the lower 48. They've got that on. They got that passed. The first part. Now it's headed to the second part. I'm not a big politician, so I don't know exactly how it works. But these are big issues that we all need to be involved in, and we need to get hunters to the polls this year because it's going to make a huge difference. So.
We'll make sure that we put
just
links.
Wanted to throw
links
that in.
We'll plug that. Put links to that on our episodes.
So HunterNation.com. Maybe it's .org. I'm not sure, but go to Hunter Nation.
Yeah, we'll
check
get that
out.
Yeah, we'll put that
Great
in there.
Group of people. So
awesome.
Ted Nugent's heavily involved. A lot of the faces of the Outdoor Channel are in there, and
it's a good thing.
It's a great thing.
It's a great organization.
Awesome thing.
What's on your horizon this year for hunts?
So probably going to do some early season antelope in August. Do some archery antelope hunting. New Mexico and Colorado, hopefully. May hunt Utah for mule deer, and then going to Giza Ridge in Alaska this year for moose.
Nice.
That'll be a lot of fun. That's a long hunt. That's a 15, 16-day hunt.
Yeah.
In the back country. It's a 10-day season, but you got to get there a little early. And
that's a spot and stock? Or?
Yep. We spot them, call them in.
Nice.
I've shot a few with my bow up there and a few with the rifle, depending on the wind. If the wind's out of the north, we can bow hunt them. If the wind's out of the south, you pretty much have to hunt them with the rifle because they just come from the north typically.
Yeah.
And then just get into some whitetail hunting. Probably hunt Missouri and Illinois, Texas, Kansas.
All those
Ohio.
good states.
I got a lot of options, so we'll see where we go with that. And then we're doing a sweepstakes with Jack Links, giving away a hunt in Alberta, 10-day rifle hunt during the rut.
Right.
You can go to muntingseason.com and just get signed up. You get
so that's
camp.
something they'll be in camp with you on that?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I'll be in camp,
cool.
and it's
Great
a 10-day,
experience.
like I said, a 10-day rut hunt with a rifle in Alberta. If you win the hunt, you can upgrade to a combo hunt, $2,500. You can shoot a whitetail as well.
Oh, wow.
But killing 180 to 200-inch bucks on average, and
that's a lifetime.
It is, man.
It absolutely is.
And it's an expensive hunt. It's a $15,000 hunt.
Yeah.
So not a lot of people, including myself, can't afford that.
That's a good chunk of
Jack
change.
Jack Links is footing the bill, and
that's great.
That's unreal.
just kind of giving back to the hunting community, and it'll be a really fun hunt. So muntingseason.com, and it'll take you
We'll
right
throw
to
a link up to that as well.
To the launch page. So
nice. Yeah. When's
amazing.
that gonna? When
that'll be the
run until
the 20th through the 30th of November.
Okay.
And I think they're going to draw it probably like after all the tack archery things are over. So
Okay.
mid-August to late.
Okay,
Makes sense.
So people can go on there now and register, and then it'll keep that going until that point. And that's the cutoff
and then
date.
like if you're at the tack archery, we'll have at the Jack Links booths, we'll have a pull-up, and you can click the QR code.
Okay. Actually, I registered, so I'm hoping I win. Because now that you said that, she did have me do that yesterday.
Right. And so too, I'll be at the next in Utah. I'll be there at the Total Archery Challenge, and we're also giving away an opportunity to just come and hunt the range with me and the Jack Links group. So you can go to a link on Jack Links' Instagram page here in the next couple of days. They'll post that up. And win a chance to hunt with me or to shoot with me at the Utah shoot. So just doing all kinds of promotions.
Right. No, that's great. That's great. That's
promoting
awesome.
the
Yeah, they're a
outdoors
good company. And,
Yeah.
I mean, man, they've been around so long. And it's awesome to see them involved in this side of things. Everybody out there, even if you're not a hunter, knows who Jack Links is. But to see that they want to get into this
and
realm
this is where
of
they
the
got
thing.
their start.
Right.
They got their start in this space. And like I said, Jack and Troy are both avid hunters and been all over the planet.
Right.
So they really give back to hunting. It's a great company.
Good.
The commercials are hilarious.
Yeah, they are.
We got to talk about.
I was just watching one and I'm
Oh,
stepping on the Lego.
Yeah, that was a good
they're
one, yeah.
So creative. Is that like a group of individuals or a
Yeah,
couple guys?
it's just Jack Links and Hunter is one of the masterminds of marketing it over there, and so they are producing some new ones now, some new Sasquatch commercials, and they're going to be pretty funny. So it kind of went away for a little bit.
Yeah.
They were brainstorming and getting some new ones put together, so now we got some new stuff coming.
Oh, they're funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
they are.
They're
Yeah,
really
they're pretty
cool.
clever,
yeah.
man. They hire some pretty talented people to help, help put those together.
The solar eclipse one where they had Sasquatch walking on the moon or something like that. They had a picture. Oh my God, I was howling at work.
These guys are geniuses that come up with it. It's such good marketing tools. Yeah, it is. It is. So obviously we can see the passion is there with you for this, and
I love it.
We always like to ask our guests. There's a couple things he'll ask you the second question, but the one I want to ask is, where'd this start for you, Nick? I mean,
I grew up hunting in South Dakota, and I'm a barber by trade. Went to barber school, and then
oh wow,
I was working in my hometown, and then some of my buddies were working on fishing boats in Alaska, so I decided to go up there for a summer, and then just kind of got tied in with a lady that was cutting hair in another town close to mine. Her husband was an outfitter, and then he happened to be neighbors with Jeff Smith, who was an outfitter at 7J Outfitters in Wyoming.
Yeah.
So I started working for Jeff Smith, guiding in Wyoming. We did whitetail, mule deer, antelope, elk, and turkeys. Then the Realtree Group, this is the shortened version. Realtree Group heard about us, wanted to come do a show. I was guiding David Blanton. We hit it off right away, and the very first day, I sat him down. I always carry my video camera everywhere, videoed a bunch of my clients and then animals that I was scouting and the kids. And so I showed him a bunch of footage, and he said, "Hey, man, you should come to work for us, run a camera. You run a really good camera." So
that's awesome.
Went to Jeff and Deb, told them. They said, "Yeah, but, we want you to work for us for one more year." I was one of their head guides, and so I did that. And then Michael came out the next spring, videoed him shoot his first Miriams. Kind of all started from there. Me and him just hit it off.
So he came the next spring after you were asked to work for one more year.
Yep.
So it almost like a fate type
and
deal.
So he came, and,
wow.
and, man, we just had a blast. He was there for 5 days. We hunted South Dakota and Wyoming and shot a bunch of birds. And, man, it was just awesome. We just hit it off like we were bros, long lost.
Right. That's cool.
And then then it evolved. Then we got the road trip show going. His persona was building. And then just basically, his persona grew and grew and just basically outgrew Realtree. So we just decided to start Bone Collector. We got Realtree's blessing, and they wanted to be one of our main sponsors, and just have always had the support of Realtree. We've been with Realtree for over 30 years, and still have a great relationship with them. And then we hosted Realtree road trips for several years and Bone Collector, and so that was great. And then just have kind of evolved into, just a staple brand in the hunting business. We got a lot of products, a lot of licensed products. We got Bone Collector game calls. We've got all kinds of different products out there on the market.
You still have the Bone Collector with Hoyt, the Bone Collector.
We've got a Bone Collector bow, special, collector's edition. Licensed products through G5, Bushnell.
I feel like it's the most recognizable.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
logo.
thanks.
And
Yeah,
it's a brilliant logo.
It's been really great, and
I've seen people with tattoos with that
a
logo.
lot.
I mean,
In
seriously.
fact, one year at the Harrisburg show, we had 3 tattoo artists. We were doing free bone collector tattoos. So,
That's awesome.
you know, I've seen a lot of them over the years
Yeah,
too. You know,
yeah.
and it's just been a really a good brand, and you know, we have a great brand awareness. People, you know, like you say, are coming up all day long here, saying that they like it and have enjoyed watching the show over the years. And I'm seeing guys with gray hair telling me that, we've been watching it since we were kids. You know, it's like, man, we are getting kind of old. You know, so But it's been just just really lucky to do it.
That's awesome,
grateful,
man.
and Michael's opened a lot of doors for me, and
Sure.
you know, I can honestly say I've ridden his coattails over the last 15, 20 years.
Yeah, you've done your own thing, man. I've seen some of your hunts.
Well,
I
appreciate that, but Michael has given me a lot of opportunities, as have the Realtree guys. So,
that's so
I'm
cool. And
grateful.
that's this industry, though. Everybody wants to help each other.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I love about this outdoor industry. You know, it's not always about me. You know, it's all what can you do for me? It's what can we do to help each other.
Yep.
And that's what I love about it. You know.
Yeah.
So
And everybody's just so nice and.
Yeah. Well, we know you got to get going, but Ken's got a question for you.
I appreciate it. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So our last kind of sending off question is, and we know you've been on a lot of hunts, but your dream hunt. What is your dream
I get the
hunt?
question a lot. You know, what's your favorite thing to hunt? And my answer is really totally almost always the same, just broadside.
Yeah, I like that.
Anything broadside.
Yeah.
That's the best one yet.
But
So if you got like a Volkswagen Bug with an arrow sticking out, it's probably Nick if it's in your side door.
So I've had a lot of opportunities, and I've gotten to shoot a few of the sheep species, which has been good. So I've gotten a desert and a Rocky. I'd like someday to get a Grand Slam of sheep. Probably won't ever happen for me because I just it's cost a lot of money. I really want to get a mountain goat with my bow.
Right.
I really want to get a brown bear.
Yeah, that would be
those
cool.
are kind of. I've killed a couple brown bears in Russia with a rifle, but I think those are kind of bucket list type items that I probably won't ever attain just because they're expensive.
Yeah.
And I don't make big money, but if I really had to pick one that I would really love to shoot, I would say a big brown bear with a bow would be.
That would be so
That'd be
right
cool.
at the top. Like I said, I've killed a few in Russia, and they're big. Awesome
I couldn't
animals,
imagine.
But shooting one of those at 20, 30 yards would be.
So I shot a 550-pound black bear in Saskatchewan with my bow at 11 yards.
Monster.
And before that, the closest I was to a bear was in like the Pittsburgh Zoo. So, so it was pretty cool. But I couldn't imagine a brown bear. That would be really cool.
And mountain goat is up there too. They're just a beautiful animal. And
I heard they're tough. I mean, it's not easy.
Super tough. I was with my buddy Al Kraus, who owns Black Hills Archery in South Dakota, and he drew a tag in Colorado. So we went there. We spent several days scouting, and then found some nice billies and got set up. And he put a perfect arrow right through the lungs of this big billy, and man, it just trotted out of there like it wasn't even hit. And so we kind of
amazing.
We kind of tracked it down. It was out on this flat actually, so it was nice. It didn't head for any cliffs or anything. And then he put another one in it at probably 35, 40 yards, and tough.
Yeah,
super tough animals.
Will to live,
and they just don't need a lot of oxygen, I guess, because they live at altitude.
It's
about
true.
14,000 feet where we shot this thing, and man, they can take an arrow.
The way that they can track a cliff.
Yeah.
Like
awesome animal.
My dad and I went out on a hunt in Wyoming, and we both were successful early, so we kind of drove around. And we had the opportunity to see one up on a cliff, and it was amazing. You just jump.
You wonder how they stick to them.
I know, it's crazy, like Velcro on their feet.
Yeah. It's like, I want those legs. I want to trade.
Yeah. So that's kind of bucket list type stuff.
Nice.
I'd love to travel internationally and shoot a bunch of the African animals that I haven't gotten. I'd love to do like some of the Asian stuff. The sheep and ibex, stuff like that.
Right.
But, that's pretty high price range stuff that I probably won't ever attain any of that. But it's worth
my
dreaming
dream
about.
hunt was that taking a bow and going after a Cape buffalo in Africa, but that's probably never going to happen unless I hit the lottery.
You never know, but it's attainable.
Yeah.
You just got to kind of budget for it, I guess, and save up.
Just keep grinding.
You see guys driving $150,000 pickups with lift kits and rims and everything on them. Like, I mean,
it's a good point. Yeah. Solid point.
Where's your priorities?
Depends on what you want to do. Guys say all the time, make comment on posts and stuff. Say, oh yeah, it must be nice. It's like, well, you're driving a $100,000 pickup. I mean, you can go on a deer hunt in Wyoming or Kansas.
Yeah, a lot of times those guys that make those comments don't realize how many hours you put in. You're not. it's.
Yep.
I know as a small business owner, everyone thinks, well, you're a millionaire because you're a small business owner. No, I work hard.
And that's how you make it work, is you work it.
Yeah.
You can't have a ton of people working for you because all the money goes to them if you're a small business,
Right. And 1 o'clock in the morning last night, I had to be back here at 6, but at 1 a.m. I'm on my phone answering people that had questions from the day before. It's like nonstop. I love it. I'm not complaining.
Yep.
But, that's just what we have to do to grind it out and work, and that
and did you work on Hunter's bow?
I did. Yeah, so we got him taken care of,
Yeah, so Hunter here had a little mishap, and his string came off his cable, so these guys went down and broke his
so he come down to me, and his bow, I don't know what happened, but he didn't look happy. And he says, is
red
there anything,
face.
Yeah, so it's like, is there anything you can do to help me out? And, long story short, I said, you know what, I'm going to make it work. Went back to the shop, didn't have the string and cables he needed, but I made a quick phone call to a good friend that 2 a.m. He's building him a new set of strings and cables. By 6:30 a.m. he was back up and running, so he can get out there with you. And and you know what? To me, those are the things that matter. Like he's like, well, what do I owe you? I said, nothing. We're good. He's like, I got to at least give you some jack links, something. I'm like, I'll take that. I'm not going to turn down the biltong.
Dump truck. Jerky.
Hell yeah. But no, it was cool because to me, that's the passion. That's what it's about. We help each other. We want to keep people going. I wanted to get him out on that mountain and let him shoot. And I was glad we
he
could
was
do
grateful,
that.
man.
Yeah.
He was so
He
excited.
Great guy. Great conversations.
Just the number of people this weekend that have their bows blown up, they're so upset. They come in, we get them going, and they're like, what do we owe? And we're like, just go. Get out there.
I did.
I saw a couple guys walking down here earlier, and their strings were hanging off. And I was like, oh, man, bummer. Especially for guys that drive 8 hours.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
And even the guys at Lancaster Archery, even they're like, hey, go to Creek. These guys will get you taken care of.
Yeah,
so it's so cool, to just network and do that type of stuff. So
it's a blast.
Great.
Yeah, we know you got to get out of here, buddy, and we appreciate your time. Seriously,
I'm just blessed to get to do it, guys. I really appreciate you and keep up the good work. You guys do good things for people, and I know your shop's successful, and a lot of people put their trust in what you do with their equipment. And like me, I'm not a real technical bow guy. Yeah, I can set one up and get it shooting decent, but T-Bone's my bow wrench. I got a shop that I use in Minnesota, Full Draw Archery. Great guys there, and they do a great job. So it's nice to have somebody that can tinker with your stuff and get you dialed in good. And I know you guys do a good job at that.
Now I'm just the owner. My guys that work there tell me, get out of here. Go back out front. Go talk to people.
Go shoot
we'll
something.
Fix it. Yeah.
We have a nice phrase. Chris is going out. He's going around being mayor right now. So it's
I'm okay with that.
Kind of like me standing out
here. But I will say, shaking hands, kissing babies,
shaking babies,
kissing hands.
But I do have to say, I got to plug my guys. If it wasn't for the guys that work for me, Creek Archery wouldn't be what it is. If it wasn't for my wife, it wasn't for these guys. I mean, I can't do this alone. And, and that's what's
takes
key.
A team.
Yeah, it does. It takes a solid team, and we have that, and I'm so appreciative of that. And my wife and I always say that even just sitting here getting to talk to you, the money we've made doing what we do and keeping the people's bows going is great. But the best thing about this is the friendships, the relationships. Yeah. I would give away every dollar ever made to keep the friends I've made.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about this. It's
Same thing in hunting camp. We hit a lot of hunting camps, and man, you might just be with a guy for 6 days on some kind of hunt, but you make a bond forever. Yeah. And when you see that guy, he just takes you right back to where you were. And,
right. Yeah.
It's so cool. Hunting builds relationships. It is lifelong.
It does.
We have a nice slogan with the shop. Something you started.
My slogan. I don't. Yeah. I just. For me, my slogan is "Find your passion, then hunt it down."
Yeah.
And that's just my life.
Cool,
I don't care if it's in hunting or not. Whatever your passion is, you got to find it. You got to stick with it. You got to grind and make it happen. And you can do that. So, hey, before we get out of here, one last thing. How can everyone reach out to you, follow along with what you're doing?
Nick Mundt on Instagram and Facebook, same on Twitter. And, I have a website, nickmundt.com. Mm-hmm. I have a hunt booking service.
Okay.
So I book hunts all over.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, all over the planet.
Wow. Okay.
Prairie dogs to elephants, really. I mean, I got
That's
it all.
all over.
It's our broadside, huh?
You want to go on a hunting trip of any kind, just reach out to me on one of my platforms. We'll talk about budget, and I'll get you lined up. I got hunts for all budgets pretty much. And
awesome. I think we're going to have to do that ourselves.
Yeah.
And I just recently got my real estate license, so I'm licensed with Whitetail Properties. And I'm selling property all over the country. Cool. I'm doing kind of a referral deal, so if you're looking for a farm in Kansas, get a hold of me. I'll set you up with an agent in an area. We'll get you worked out, get you the farm of your dreams, or help you sell your farm. So
Awesome.
I'm doing some of that too. So I'm kind of creating some verticals in my brand, and
Right.
The hunt booking business has been going really good.
Awesome.
A lot of satisfied people, and then we have an application service as well. So if you're, you don't know what you want to hunt or where you want to hunt it, or the application the application process is complicated at best.
Right.
So get a hold of us. We'll take care of everything for you. We'll give you a call.
Walk them through it.
Walk them through it, and it's pretty easy. It's $150 a year, unlimited species, unlimited states. So
Wow.
Yeah.
You're
that's
doing
pretty
it all.
awesome.
Yeah, so we've
That's
got
awesome.
a lot of
That's
stuff
great.
going
Jack
on.
of all trades.
Yeah,
man.
so if you want to go on
Yeah.
a hunting trip, just get a hold of me, and I can book you. We got everything, whitetail elk, mule deer, moose, grizzlies, brown bears, black bears, whatever. I mean, we got it all.
Cool.
Great.
Africa.
Great.
So
That's good to know.
So
Great
before
to
this
put out there.
gentleman gets out here, you two got anything else you want to add? Or
I don't. Again, just appreciate your
this
time.
is just awesome.
Yeah,
I've learned so much about you just
Oh,
in this
thanks.
time
Yeah,
frame. I'm
we
so
would
excited.
definitely love to sit down with you again sometime
Yeah.
and dig in a little deeper and go into
Absolutely.
some stuff with
Anytime.
you. But
Appreciate it, Nick.
I
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for spending some time here with us at the Total Archery Challenge in Pennsylvania, Seven Springs, PA, and we hope you have a safe trip back home and good luck on all your hunts and your successes this year, buddy.
Yeah, and make sure, like I said before, when you're going out hunting, fishing, you stop in the convenience store to get gas and get a cup of coffee. Make sure you know that Jack Links is
Grab
supporting.
some Jack Links.
That's right.
100%.
That's what it's all about.
Yes,
so
sir.
Thank you guys.
Thank you,
Thank
buddy.
you.
We
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much.
Take care. Stay
All right.
safe.
Have a good
Bye.
one.
See ya.